Hello young artists, welcome back to another Art for Kids Sunday. Today we're going to be drawing a snake. So grab your paper and colored pencils and let's get started.
Alright everyone, so for our first step we are going to do the head as we usually do. There will be really nothing above the head too much, so you don't have to worry about how high you go on your paper. But I'm going to start like I normally do in the upper half of the paper. So maybe something about right here. I'm just going to make an oval for the head. Just like that. And that is it for step 1. Let's move on to step 2. Okay, so step 2, we're going to alter the head a bit. So we're going to change the oval some. So I've got the oval that I want to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out right here and make kind of a curved shape like that. That is going to be kind of the top of the eye. Alright, and then I'm going to curve it down like that. And then we're going to have a nose coming out right here. So we're going to maybe start over here to the right a bit and do something like that, like a little water drop shape in a way, I guess. Oh, we could come up a little bit more like that. Okay, and then the bottom of the face here is going to come out right there at that mouth, and then we're going to kind of meet up with that oval that we previously made. Alright, so that is the first part. So what we're going to do now is this is the eye. So we're going to make this kind of a tall oval. So this is kind of going to be a 3/4 view. So usually when something is kind of obscured by the face like that, it's a little bit thinner. And we're going to do an eyeball on the inside of that like that. Alright, so I want to alter this eye shape here on the top a bit. So I want it to kind of be more of a gradual shape than such tight. So maybe like that, and then we can get the head going up like that. So kind of like that I think is better, yeah. Kind of like that's better I think. Alright, and put that eye shape back in there again. Okay, we're going to have 2 little nose holes. We're just going to do little water drop shapes. Kind of like that. And then we're going to have the other eye right here. And it's going to be more of a rounded circle. Alright, and then another rounded shape like that for the black part. Okay, that's good. Now, by looking at the eyes the way I got them here now, I can tell that my head shape is way too long. So I want to take off some of this head shape. So we want it to come maybe about that much from where the eye is at. So we're going to look at this again. And we're going to shorten our oval a bit. That's what I always say, is kind of sketch light at first, because you're not going to really know until you start putting in the other parts of the drawing whether the shape is going to be correct or not. So by putting in those eyes, I could tell that it wasn't really looking correct. Alright, and you know what? There's something here that I did. I kind of messed this up, actually. So I thought I had erased that black part of the eye, but that black part of the eye is that big piece. This is the black part. So this part is the white part. I've had to alter that part right there a couple times because of that mistake. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Alright, and then maybe this mouth. Maybe not such a curve. Maybe like that's better. Okay, the top part's fine. Okay, I think that's good. That's what I want for my head to be. Alright, so there is our head shape. So that is step 2 completed. Let's move on to step 3. So in step 3, we're going to add in a neck here. So we're going to have 2 curved lines, kind of like this. So we're going to have one like that, and we're going to have another one that's going to follow that same curve. Kind of like that. And this back one here is going to be a little bit longer. Alright, and then we're going to have a third shape that's going to follow along this shape again, but it's going to be more curved. So it's going to come down to about there, and then it's going to start coming out way over here. Alright, so for right now, I think that looks good. And then what we want to do is we want to do another curved shape to intersect these. So then we can bring these lines down to meet up with those. And I think that's good. I think that's the way I want it. Okay, and then we're going to do some lines here on the neck part. So just do little horizontal lines kind of like that. Alright, and that is step 3 done. Let's move on to step 4. So step 4 is going to be another part of the body. So we're going to do a oval around all of this. So maybe we will start about here, and we want it to end up about right there. Alright, so we're going to do just like that. Let me see. Maybe we'll bring it in a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so that is the next portion of the body. So that is step 4 done. Let's move on to step 5. Okay, step 5 is going to be another portion of the body. And this one's going to come out about here. And it's going to be kind of an oval. Kind of like that. It's going to loop over the body. And then it's going to come up like that. Alright, and then we can go ahead and erase this overlap line here. Okay, so that is the next part of the body, and that is step 5 completed. So let's move on to step 6. Okay, in step 6 we're going to add in the decorations of the body, and then we're going to add a tail. So let's do the tail first. We're just going to do a little pointed shape like this, and to come down right there. So that's going to be the end of his tail. Alright, so that's pretty easy right there. And now let's do some decorations on his body. So snakes are supposed to be scaly, but they're really not. But we want to kind of put these ovals on it to make it look like it is. So we're just going to do little circles like this, and we'll do one right there. I think up there is good. Let me do some here. And then we'll do one under the eye right here. Alright, let's give him an eyebrow up here. There we go. And I think for the head, that's fine. Let's put some on the body over here. So we'll do one here. Maybe one right there. Let's do one right here, and then we'll connect these two. And then let's do another one about right here. Alright, I think that's good. Let's do some here. We'll do 3 right there. We'll do a little one here. Do a couple down here. Alright, we can do one right here. And maybe a circle right there. And on the tail, we'll do one here, and we'll do one here, and that's it. Alright, and that is all the decorations. So I think it's looking really good. So the last step, that is finished with step 6. The last step will be step 7. And we're just going to put in some background elements. So we're going to put like a kind of a little heel here. We'll make it start over there, and we'll make it come out over here. Kind of like that. And then let's put some grass. So maybe we'll do some little jagged shapes like this for grass. And let's do, we'll do some grass over here too. So 1, 2, maybe 3. Alright. And then we're going to do a plant here, so we're going to make it go up. And we're going to make it fork off like that. And then that's going to be hidden, so we're not going to see that. And then let's put a leaf shape on here and a leaf shape on here. And then a line in the middle. And then we'll just do some little lines connecting it to make it look like the little ridges on the leaf. So that's good there. Maybe we'll do one here too. Okay, and then over here let's do another leaf. So we'll do okay, that's good. Let's put a rock in right here, and then we'll do some little grass shapes on the rock too. Maybe a little stone here. Alright, I think that is it. That is going to complete our sketch. So let's move into the coloring process next. Alright, so I'll put the colors on the screen that we'll be using today. It's 5 colors. Yeah, 5 colors. Black, of course, for our outline. We've got a regular blue, a light blue. We've got a green and a beige. And that's it. So the biggest part is probably gonna be the beige part. So we could probably do that part first. Let's do that. Pick up your beige, and then wherever the ground is at, we're gonna do that. And we're just gonna kind of imagine where it would be cut off at. So we're not gonna do the whole bottom down here. At least I'm not. You guys can if you want to. But just the ground, not the rock, not the grass, not that, not the snake. Just this part right here. So this is the part where I'll probably speed the video up. You guys can pause it if you'd like, and push play again when you're finished coloring yours. Alright guys, we're back. I purposely left some white spaces in between there to kind of give the ground some texture, so it don't really matter. That's not our focal point. Our focal point is our snake. So we don't want the ground too detailed to draw their eyes away, or whoever's going to be looking at your picture, we don't draw their eyes away from the snake. Alright, so let's do the snake next, because that is going to be the next color that's going to have the most space, and that's going to be our regular blue color here. The spots on the snake and this part with the lines is going to be light blue, so don't color those blue. So the spots and then this part right here, we're going to leave that out, and the spots up here, of course. So don't color the spots, but all the rest of the snake we'll color in regular blue. Alright guys, we're back. We've got the blue part done of our snake, so let's do the light blue next. So light blue is going to be everything else on the snake except for the eyes, the round dots in this part right here. Alright guys, we're back. We've got that part done. I started doing it really lightly at first, but then I couldn't really tell the separation much from the regular body from this part, so I pushed a little bit harder, and now you can really see the separation on it. Alright, let's do our green color next. So again, this is we're going to be pushing hard and pushing soft on some parts to kind of give a separation. So for the grass, I want that to be maybe a kind of a darker green. So I'm going to push a little harder. Alright, that's good. So this stalk on this plant is going to be a little bit different than the grass, because I want it to be kind of separated from this grass that's going over the top of it. So I'm going to push just a little bit lighter, not quite as dark as that the grass, so we can kind of tell it's different. Here we go. And then you can tell it's very different from that, so we can tell it's two different things. And then for the leaves, I'm going to push even lighter. So we can separate those from the stalk. Alright, that's good. Alright, let's pick up our black next. And we're going to do these little stones right here. I'm going to do them very lightly. Alright, and then we're going to do the inside of the eye. There we go. Alright, and then the last part is to do our black outline. So wherever you have a pencil mark, we're going to do that in black. Alright guys, and that will complete our drawing for today. I hope you've enjoyed this. I think it turned out really good. I hope yours did also. I'd love to see what you did. If you put it on Instagram, you can hashtag it with ChamelDoesArt or Art for Kids Sunday. I'll be able to take a look at it. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Hit the like button, thumbs up, share it with your friends. And having said that, I will see you guys next week for another Art for Kids Sunday. Take care and keep practicing.